His death, Philando Castile was a beloved school cafeteria manager at the J.J. Hill Montessori School at St. Paul. Anna Garnaas is a teacher. She's also a parent at that school. She watched Castile with the children. Anna, thank you so much for joining us. Our deepest condolences to you, to everyone at the school, all of his friends. You say Castile didn't just work with the kids, with the students. He knew their names, knew things about them. Tell us a little bit more about his interactions with the children there. What kind of person was
he? Mr. Phil was just gentle, laid back, fun, sweetheart. Kids knew that with him, they would have everything they needed when they needed it. They could go to him for almost anything. And that's a male role model for them that can never be replaced.
Was he obviously, he was beloved at the school. What's been the reaction over there to, especially among, I know there's no school now because it's summer, but what's been the reaction among all of your friends, your relatives, all of the associates at the Montessori school?
We're just devastated. You know, this was a person who was our friend, our colleague, just the opposite of anyone you feel you need to defend yourself from. And yesterday we were planning to hold a vigil in the garden, small vigil, and it turned into thousands among thousands of people. And I saw several of my students standing up in the slide on the playground watching and taking this all in, probably not fully understanding what it means. I'm grateful that it's summer, selfishly, because I don't know how to talk to them all about this, especially my little boys that look like Phil. How do I explain that to them? I don't know. But come fall, we're going to have to take them in our arms and explain, you know, that this wonderful man that they knew day to day is not coming back, and why. That's the question, right? How do I tell that to a 6-year-old?
Are you and your friends over there, your colleagues, associates, are you getting some counseling right now? Because you're going to have to deal with all these young kids once they come back to school after the summer, and they're going to be asking questions.
Yeah, they'll be crying, they'll be asking questions, they'll be wondering. Right now, we are not doing anything like that as of yet. I think we're still reeling and in shock. Yesterday was a big day, and a big day to be together and to see friends and hug and cry. But as the weeks go forward, I'm sure we'll be aware of how we're going to deal with it as staff and how we're going to talk to our kids as a united front and let them know that this happened and tell them the truth and give them an opportunity to make a difference in the world. But, you know, if they want to grow up knowing they can do anything, I don't want to have to say to them, you know, because of the way you look, you might not be able to do what you want.
I'm told, Anna, that like Philando, you were recently pulled over. You were driving at a broken tail light, pulled over by police. But obviously, your experience was a lot different than his. You've been thinking about that, haven't you?
I've been thinking about that a lot. I think about how when it happened, my heart beats fast because I'm nervous, but I'm not scared for my life. I'm not scared even of a ticket at times because that hasn't been my experience. And to know that so many people have to worry or fear for their life because of something that's wrong with their car. I told him I was getting it fixed, and he let me go. And I know full well that it's because of the way I look.
And I'm going to let you go, but give me one final thought about Philando.
Oh, that guy. He was just the biggest heart, the biggest sweetheart, and he did everything for those kids. I just would love to see people stop being so scared of each other and start to figure out a way to see people for who they are in their soul. Philando, I can't call him that, Mr. Phil. Miss you so much, and I weep for the opportunities these children would have had because of you in the future that are now lost.
Anna Garnaas, thank you so much for joining us. Our deepest condolences to you and all of his other friends, certainly his family out there in Minnesota. Thank you so much.